Hello, everybody. It's the Goralnik Hour. It is Tuesday, August 5th. It's a beautiful day outside, at least where I'm broadcasting from, here in Farmington, the CSB Studios, Connecticut School of Broadcasting. That is our main sponsor of the show. That is actually where I'm from. I learned all of my tricks of the trade right here at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm certainly having a wonderful day. It's a funny day. In the morning, before I do this show, I work on a country show, a country radio station. And this morning, I was, influenced by the host of the show to do a country rap song that is cleanly inappropriate. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm actually gonna play it for you guys right here. Before we get into our recap lap, we'll drop this joint. I called it Don Juan because that's my on-air name is Don Juan. It's called Don Juan off of the Don Juan mixtape by yours truly, Don Juan. Don Juan is me, Brian Goralnik. But remember, this is the Goralnik Hour, not country. And if you do want to hear some more, I'm just going to play a little snippet of it. If you do want to hear it again, you can check it out. Go to my website, goralnik.webs.com. That's webs with an S. Goralnik, if you didn't know how to spell my last name. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, at Brian Goralnik, Brian with an I. I already spelled my last name, so you're good to go with that. Or add me on Facebook. I love Facebook friends. You could do that too. However you want to find me, it's all good. The easiest way is really just go to my website, and you can get to my Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter page, all from my Facebook right on the homepage. But this little bit will be under the music section, and you can check it out. But here we go. This is the Goralnik Hour premiere of the song called Don Juan. Let me know what you guys think. I'm the one that should be called Broadway, baby, because I'm the way that broads like to go. It's your boy, Don Juan, and I'm rapping on the radio as you drive. So bump me if you wanna feel alive. Don't stunt me, just sing and do the jive. Yeah. So let me lay it to rest. Ladies with a big chest are the best, but they gotta have a booty like my girl Judy. But Judy always gotta give me duty. If you knew me, I'm not gonna put up with that. Good luck with that. Wait a minute, let me look at this fine little thing with a tat on her back, right above her crack. I do see her over there in the beach chair with the blonde hair. I don't really care. I like that bum better bear. So I approach and ask you out on a date. You say, yeah, okay, great. I'll pick you up at 8 and take you somewhere fancy to get a nice plate and a couple of drinks. We both starting thinking how a couple would think. I get the woo and the passion is brewing. Now it's a slam dunk like I'm Patrick Ewing. Yo, every girl wanna get with the Don, cause I'm a sure bet they know it even if we just met. Like we playing tennis, it's game set. Then I head into my match with a new batch of women in provocative linen. I'll get to sinning cause I'm winning. I'm so cocky but driven, I get to grinning. If you ugly, please don't bug me. There is no chance that we will ever get snuggly. But if you're sexy, let's see. Girl, I get you squealing, piece up to the ceiling with your legs. So I know that you're feeling what I'm dealing, so I'm sealing the deal. I don't need a dinner, baby, you my meal. I hit all the right spots. Now go and tell me how that feel. Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's real. Yo, I pop that like I pop champagne. Do my damn thing with a country swang. Girl, you know my name. Yo, it's the Don Juan, baby. It's the Don, yeah. Don Juan, baby. It's the Don Juan, baby. And the first line in that song
about Broadway. That's a little reference. He is the show's host. So if you guys like that, be sure to go to my website, goralnik.webs.com, and check that out. It'll certainly be up there, along with any other show and other entertaining music. I put a song of the day up there. I obviously have all these shows archived up there. And also any just news stories or videos that I find funny or interesting. It's all for your entertainment and comedic relief. That's what my website's for. So be sure to check that out. And also be sure to download the app to listen to me live here, Live 365, for free. And you could just search All Noise Radio Sports, and you could tune me in. Tune me into your ears and hear me Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., and you know what it is. Right now, it is time to get into the recap lap, though. We had enough fun opening this show. Last night was a lot of fun in the baseball world because a lot of good games and a couple good playoff matchup games potentially. For instance, the Orioles and Nationals faced off. That was a good game, and the Orioles actually got the better of the Nationals in that one. They win 7-3. The Nationals had an early lead. They led 3-1 after 4 innings, but then the Orioles came out hot. They got 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th. Like I said, to take a 7-3 victory. So they continue to play great baseball, and that's not good news for anybody else in the AL East because right now everybody's looking up at the Orioles, chasing Baltimore, and they are not slipping whatsoever. 63 and 48 is their record. Another good game, the Tigers and the Yankees. What a fantastic game this was. The Yankees have their work cut out for them. At least the Yankees bats do. Okay, they're facing 3 consecutive former Cy Young pitchers. Typically, you don't do that in a series. I don't know if everybody heard me, but 3 consecutive former Cy Young pitchers. Unbelievable. Good stuff, though. Brandon McCarthy, the Yankees pickup, who has been great in a Yankee uniform, he gets to start, and you know something? The man outdueled Max Scherzer. Take a listen to his outing.
Swing and a miss. Did he hold up? No, he did not. He strikes out.
Start feeling comfortable as long as you're throwing well and feel good on the mound. So,
swing and a miss. Big strikeout.
With the bases loaded.
Strike 3. Line drive and caught.
The better team always doesn't win the World Series. That's just the way it is.
Ground ball to first. Chase Headley will step on the bag, and that'll do it. How about that? A 1-2-3 inning. Grounded to short, Jeter. Swing and a miss. McCarthy wins that battle. So the 0-2. Swing and a miss. McCarthy is going to get a nice hand from the stadium crowd. Matt Thornton will come on to face the Tiger catcher, Alex Avila. Listen to the hand.
Quite the ovation for Brandon McCarthy. He had a great job on the mound. He went 6 2/3, allowed only 1 run, and struck out 8. So great job by McCarthy to keep it a 1-run lead. And then the bullpen came in, and they did their job as well. The bullpen came in, and Adam Warren, David Robertson got the save, his 30th of the year. So great job by the Yankees to shut down and hold a 1-run lead. That's exactly how they're going to have to beat the Tigers. They got to Max Scherzer once in the 3rd inning for 2 runs. Mr. Brian McCann had a big RBI single in the game. Like to see Brian McCann hit the bat, or hit the ball, I should say. Swing the bat, hit the ball, hit the bat, well, on his head maybe, because maybe things are starting to come around for him. And listen, the Yankees, they don't have the best pitching, but they can certainly put some runs on the board. I mean, they have Jacoby Ellsbury, Carlos Beltran, who's coming around. If Brian McCann can come around, they still have Mark Teixeira. You know, now they got Chase Headley. They still got Derek Jeter. Steven Drew has been playing well for them. So they have a lot, and Brett Gardner is just lights out. Brett Gardner, I don't even have to mention his name because he's been the best player the Yankees have had, at least minus any other pitcher on the staff. Because I got to be honest, a lot of young pitchers have stepped up. A lot of no-name pitchers have stepped up for the Yankees. They've gotten a lot of help from places they did not expect it. And they did end up losing another pitcher. David Phelps he's down, I believe, on the DL, and he's going to be out for possibly a month. It's going to be a couple weeks, but then rehab maybe a couple weeks, and maybe a month until we see David Phelps again. And he's having the best year of his career, arguably. He believes so too. So there's not much to argue when the player himself is saying this is the best year of my career. He's been incredible stepping in for the Yankees. He wasn't a starter in the beginning of the year. He became a starter, and now, of course, he's injured too. Hiroki Kuroda, the last man standing. I'm just waiting for the day that he falls. I'm not hoping it. I'm not wishing it upon him, but I'm waiting for that day because it seems like it's inevitable. But so good stuff for the Yankees. They get the 2-1 victory, which is a great start to the series for the Yanks, but they have their work cut out for them for the rest of the series. The Cleveland Indians hosted the Cincinnati Reds, and the Indians took it to the Reds as Alfredo Simon. Boy, he has been spectacular in the first half of the year. He's been just absolutely horrible in the second half of the year. In fact, he has yet to win a game after the All-Star break. He took a loss against the Yankees, took a loss against the Nationals, took a loss against the Diamondbacks, and now a loss against the Indians. 5 innings, 5 earned. In those 4 games, he's 0-4 since the All-Star break. In those 4 games, he's allowed 12 runs. 12 runs. That is unbelievably bad. Unbelievably bad. So, I mean, he's just dropping. You look at his overall record, he's 12-7 with a 3.07 ERA. He's still having a pretty good year, but it has just gone off a cliff. They have derailed out in Cincinnati. Not good for them. Good news for the Giants. Really good news for the Giants. The Giants were on the road facing the New York Mets. And the Giants obviously trying to chase down the Dodgers in the division. Well, it's a 3-3 game going into the top of the ninth. Let's take a listen. What happened?
And a flare down the left field line. Fair ball! Blanco scores, and the Giants take the lead. How about that?
And that's a happy panda right there. When you think back to the second strike, when he swung through that slider in the outside corner, but he had kept going back to that part, thinking he could get him there again. They go outside, it's up, and Sandoval goes with the location, does not try and pull it. And it is a matter of, is it going to stay fair? It does.
I don't think he hit it hard enough for it to slice foul.
Pablo Sandoval picks up second double of the game. He had the game-tying double, and then he had the go-ahead double as the Giants beat the Mets. Beat him in the top of the ninth with that 1 run. Pablo Sandoval. Great stuff from him. And the Giants get the victory 4-3 over New York. So, let's take a look at the Dodgers. How will the Dodgers fare? They're facing off against the Angels, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And they have Zach Greinke on the mound, so you're assuming that they should be in a pretty good boat. But unfortunately, they're going up against Garrett Richards. And Garrett Richards is having a phenomenal year. He is 12-4 with a 2.58 ERA, and he just proved why he's having a good year. He shut out the Dodgers. A 5-hit shutout he pitched as the Angels go on to beat the Dodgers 5-0. Josh Hamilton had his 8th home run of the year. The Angels put up 4 in the first, tacked on an insurance run in the 6th, and that's all they needed That is all they needed. As I said, Garrett Richards, just a phenomenal game, shutting out the Dodgers. So the big powerhouse matchup between the AL LA team and the NL LA team, the AL NL team gets the better of them as the Dodgers slip. Now, the Giants are just 2 games back in that division. The Dodgers, who have been very hot lately, they need to start figuring out how to win again. It'll certainly help tonight. They have Kershaw on the mound. We'll get to that once we get to what to watch for at the end of the show. But also, finally, to round out the day, the Rays and the Athletics faced off. Cook versus Balfour. It was in Oakland. It was a close game. It was 2-2 going into the 9th. Nobody scored in the 9th. Still 2-2 going into the bottom of the 10th. And what happened? Mr. Derek Norris. Take a listen.
Curve up the middle, and this ball game is over. On an 0-2 pitch, Norris wins it for the Athletics. And what a ball game tonight here at the Coliseum. And when it's all said and done, it's a walk-off victory for the Athletics, 3-2 in 10 innings.
Woo-hoo! And it is pandemonium in Oakland as they get the win, 3-2. Really, no need to celebrate so hard for them, but it's a good win. It's a solid win. You know, the Rays, they fought hard, but you can't leave bases loaded and let a man single in the bottom of the 10th. Derek Norris comes through. Athletics win 3-2. And there is, one more game I forgot about. I forgot about it because it was the ever so fun to watch rain finish. Fortunately, this one actually got to 7.5, but the White Sox going into the bottom of the 7th had a 5-3 lead. The rain came. They called it. The White Sox beat the Texas Rangers 5-3. Another rain-out loss for the Texas Rangers. I hate rain calls, but at least that one made it to 7.5. I mean, that's most of the game. But still, the Rangers were only down 2 runs. They had 2 innings to play. That's clearly not out of the question. That's certainly feasible, but that's another time, another day. This was the recap lap. Keep it right here. In 2 minutes, take a history lesson on what happened today in sports history. We'll be back.
It's been 48 years. Connecticut School of Broadcasting has helped place thousands of people, just like you, in exciting careers in radio, television, and the new media. At Connecticut School of Broadcasting, our hands-on approach is different. It's designed to have you spend less time in the classroom and more time in the studios. From the first day, you'll work with state-of-the-art equipment. Learn by doing from our team of industry professionals who come from their studios to ours. The best part about it, you'll learn it all in a matter of months, not years. Connecticut School of Broadcasting has a network of 12 campuses from Massachusetts to Miami. Remember, it's never too late to love what you do. So do what I did. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO. Step into the fast-paced world of the broadcast media. Day and evening classes begin soon. Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Get trained and get connected now. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to GoCSB.com. You know, our jobs occupy more than half our waking hours. Shouldn't we be doing something we love? Call Connecticut School of Broadcasting at 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to GoCSB.com. Since 1964, Connecticut School of Broadcasting, with a network of 12 campuses from Massachusetts to Miami, has helped place thousands of grads as DJs, sportscasters, entertainment reporters, behind the scenes in audio and video production, every aspect of the broadcast media. Connecticut School of Broadcasting has trained men and women of all ages and backgrounds in a matter of months, not years. Learn by doing from area radio and TV pros. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to GoCSB.com. Remember, it's never too late to love what you do. Day and evening classes begin soon. Get trained. Get connected now.
Welcome back to the Goralnik Hour. We might be joined by Chris McSwiggan. He joined us last Friday. Maybe he'll come in studio again with us, bless us with his knowledge, and grace us with his presence. It is the Goralnik Hour. Hope you tuned in. allnoiseradio.com, keyword sports. It's Tuesday, baby. It's August 5th. And now you know something. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get your pens and papers and pencils and utensils out, because Professor Goralnik is going to take you way back, baby. What happened on August 5th in sports history? Well, I'll tell you, it was a very, very busy day in sports history. Very busy day. In 1960, the Detroit Tigers in Cleveland pulled off the first known trade of managers. The Tigers trade Jimmy Dykes to the Indians for Joe Gordon. That was the first known trade of managers. Pretty crazy stuff. In 1999, St. Louis slugger Mark McGwire hit his 500th and 501 career home run, 501st career home run in a 10-3 loss to San Diego. Surprised he didn't hit 500, 501, and 502. He could have been all of the St. Louis offense that day. So quite a spectacular day, spoiled by the loss. But then his whole career kind of got spoiled by, the steroids. Unfortunate, because he was a great hitter. He was a great hitter. In 2006, Troy Aikman, a Super Bowl winning quarterback with the Dallas Cowboys, and the late Reggie White, a two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, were among the list of 6 new members enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Notable others were John Madden. Obviously, you know John Madden. The team that scores the most points is going to win the game. Drawing all over and whatnot. And then Warren Moon. You guys remember Warren Moon? Great quarterback. Good stuff from him with the Houston Oilers. That was 2006 NFL Hall of Fame. Michael Strahan just got inducted this year, so maybe next year we will discuss about that. In 2007, a couple things happened. Tom Glavine won his 300th career game. Congratulations to him. And then Tiger Woods won his 3rd straight WGC Bridgestone Invitational with an 8-shot win over Rory Sabatini. And that's notable because obviously Tiger withdrew from the WGC Bridgestone Invitational this past Sunday, 2 days ago, with a back injury. We will discuss Tiger later on the show because he may be playing in the British Open. I'm sorry, the PGA Championship. Do not know why I said British Open there. Interesting. He may be playing in the PGA Championship. We'll keep our eyes on that, but we'll discuss that in about 8 minutes with our top story of the day. Also, in 2010, the Red Wings signed longtime star and a famous Dallas star, Mike Madonna, to a 1-year contract. Didn't work out too well for them. I mean, he hung around a little bit, but obviously he's known for his play in Dallas. And then also in 2012 at the London Olympics, Jamaica's Usain Bolt won his 2nd straight gold in the men's 100 meters, breaking his own Olympic record. Great stuff by Usain Bolt. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see that great stuff too much longer. He is actually retiring after the next upcoming Olympics. So that's kind of sad. Also, in that Olympics, Great Britain's Andy Murray defeated Roger Federer to win the gold medal for tennis. It was a great spectacle for Andy Murray. He won. Obviously, it was London. They were hosting it. He's a British tennis player. It was a great, great time for London and their fans. And then finally, birthdays, August 5th, 1962, the great Patrick Ewing was born. Patrick Ewing, basketball player. If you didn't know that, you should stop listening to my show. But if you do listen to my show and you didn't know that, now you know. And that's what I'm here for. That's what Professor Goralnik is here for. Class is now dismissed. Coming up, 2 minutes, our top story of the day with a little side story because we'll get to Tiger as well. That's 2 minutes. This is the Goralnik Hour. Keep it right here.
It's been 48 years Connecticut School of Broadcasting has helped place thousands of people, just like you, in exciting careers in radio, television, and the new media. At Connecticut School of Broadcasting, our hands-on approach is different. It's designed to have you spend less time in the classroom and more time in the studios. From the first day, you'll work with state-of-the-art equipment. Learn by doing from our team of industry professionals who come from their studios to ours. The best part about it, you'll learn it all in a matter of months, not years. Connecticut School of Broadcasting has a network of 12 campuses from Massachusetts to Miami. Remember, it's never too late to love what you do. So do what I did. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO. Step into the fast-paced world of the broadcast media. Day and evening classes begin soon. Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Get trained and get connected now. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to GoCSB.com. You know, our jobs occupy more than half our waking hours. Shouldn't we be doing something we love? Call Connecticut School of Broadcasting at 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to GoCSB.com. Since 1964, Connecticut School of Broadcasting, with a network of 12 campuses from Massachusetts to Miami, has helped place thousands of grads as DJs, sportscasters, entertainment reporters, behind the scenes in audio and video production, every aspect of the broadcast media. Connecticut School of Broadcasting has trained men and women of all ages and backgrounds in a matter of months, not years. Learn by doing from area radio and TV pros. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to GoCSB.com. Remember, it's never too late to love what you do. Day and evening classes begin soon. Get trained. Get connected now.
Welcome back to the Goralnik Hour. As I said, we could be graced by Chris McSwiggan's presence. He is actually in studio with us now, joining us.
Oh, hey, sorry, I was watching porn.
Chris, you did it again.
Yeah, he did what again?
Watch porn.
Oh.
He's a big porn watcher.
Sports related though, so it's okay.
Yes, which
some Anna Kournikova stuff and all that.
Oh, okay. You threw me off a little bit. You got me a little nervous. I don't know if you
Maria Sharapova leaked videos, stuff like that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
but if you're sitting back doing your thing to like a basketball game, that's a little weird.
WNBA count?
I guess.
I mean,
they're pretty beastly, man. They're pretty beastly.
Well, women's college basketball is okay, because I figure if they're in college, they got to be legal, right? So it might be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some. In fact, the UConn team. You want to talk about beastly? There's a girl. I think she graduated. I think she was part of this year's championship team, but I'm not gonna say a name on the air, but
we don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
6'5", so a monster, but she was cute.
Yeah,
she's cute. I mean, 6'5" woman is kind of intimidating, but regardless.
Certainly. Tina Charles. Yeah, she's another tall girl.
Cheryl Swoops.
Not my style, but hey.
Nah, you like that Brittany Griner style.
Yeah. How'd you know?
I can just tell.
Speaking about basketball, our top story of the day, obviously Paul George. He's out for most likely the year, most likely the season.
I'd say so. Well, the thing is with him though is it was a clean break. Disgusting looking, but a clean break. It didn't. Reports are coming out now that it didn't affect the knee, didn't affect the ankle,
which is good.
It was just a bone break, which is disgusting, but and it looked bad. But I think the bone will be pinned and put back together, and bones They strengthen a lot more than joints do, and a lot quicker than joints do. I think he'll be back before people realize. If the Pacers make the playoffs, he could very well be back for a playoff.
That's the thing. I don't think they're making the playoffs.
Pacers?
Not
They were
without
the 1 seed last year.
Yeah, but they lost Lance Stevenson.
They're gonna drop 7
Now they don't
seeds.
have Paul George. Yeah, absolutely. Who's gonna lead that team in scoring? They're gonna
Roy
average 40 points a game, man.
That's true. That's true. No, not 40, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the point is there. My hyperbole was a little extreme. Thibodeau, the Bulls coach, obviously,
Yep.
he is coming out and expressing his concerns with star players playing in international competitions. Obviously, Derrick Rose is who he's referring to.
Of course.
If I'm Thibodeau,
Rose can't stay healthy in his own league competition.
and
so.
that's my point. If I'm Thibodeau, I wouldn't want Derrick Rose playing for the FIBA.
I don't
World Cup.
I don't really agree with it. I mean, I don't even really like these players playing in the Olympics because they don't get paid for it, first of all.
Right.
And yeah, it boosts the brand. People overseas now know the NBA. They know the players. I mean, the Houston Rockets are the team of China. I mean, Tracy McGrady, Yao Ming. I mean, like, you know, they
Back
love
in the
us.
day, yeah, right.
Yeah, they love us over there, or love those players over there. You know, European League is this and that. But really, when it comes down to it, if you're going to make these players play, take their whole summer off, because remember, this summer ends and the season starts again in like end of October.
Right.
So, I mean, it's right. It's like a full circle. You know, at least pay them something.
To me, I wouldn't pay him. Just bring in amateurs, man. What do we have
But
to
then
prove?
it's not exciting.
But it is. It can be. 1980 Olympics, how was that not exciting?
Well, the NBA is money hungry, though. The NBA is a business like everything else.
Sure, it's a business.
It's just like the NFL.
But what do they need to grow? Everybody in the whole world knows that America has the best basketball, by far.
Yeah, so, but if you put your sub products out there and everyone goes, wow, this is a terrible game. What the hell's going on here? You know, you bring your D-League players out, and all of a sudden the NBA looks weaker in the eyes of the world. Whereas if you bring, I'm not necessarily saying LeBron, but you bring, you know, your prime time players to play in front of the World Showcase, it makes the NBA look better. It makes the players look better. The teams that they play for look better, and that's what the NBA wants. They want to build their brand so that people overseas buy jerseys, and that's all they care about.
To me, this is a lot like the All-Star Weekend and the whole discussion with the NBA dunk competition. Oh, we need LeBron James, we need Michael Jordan, we need all those big guys. You know, back in the, obviously Michael Jordan's not playing anymore, but
Vince Carter,
right? And we need those guys to be in the dunk competition because that's what makes it special. Well, I do agree with that partially, but at the same time, why are they going to risk their health and their seasons and the future of their franchises on something so stupid like that?
But that's different. That's sort of like
That's still building the brand, is it not?
Nah, yeah, but it's different because those guys are. This is their all-star weekend. Okay, it's just like the home run derby in baseball. The big-time names don't have to participate in it, don't want to participate because it messes up their swing. It's BP. It's.
But you're not going to get injured.
No. Well, you never know, but no, not necessarily.
Chances are you won't
not
get
necessarily.
injured, yeah.
But these guys are they dunk every day of their lives. Chances are they're not. When's the last time you saw a major injury in a dunk contest? It doesn't really happen, but there is, of course, always that chance. However, that's not building the brand the same way as playing games overseas, because these people are fans. Everybody in the let's say this: you get a guy like what was that, the 05 dunk contest with Vince Carter, where he just destroyed everybody.
Yeah, Eric Carter or whatever.
Yeah, I believe it was 05.
Back when he was on the Raptors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him at this point. Everybody in the NBA who's an NBA fan, whether you're a Raptors fan or not, knows who Vince Carter is.
Yeah.
Okay? You live in, Serbia, you might not know who Vince Carter is. But you bring Vince Carter to Serbia to play in a game, he impresses. The kids love it. They sell jerseys, they sell tickets, and he scores.
Do they, though? Do they?
He scores 30 points.
How much money are they making off of Serbia?
Okay, bad example on a country. I'm just giving you a country name. They may not know him overseas. You bring him overseas, he impresses, he scores 30 points. Everyone goes, oh, wow, America, I love this guy. Whereas in the NBA, it's just kind of like, all right, well, I see this guy do this all the time in games anyway. It's not the same as building brands because we expect them to be good in the dunk contest. Overseas, they don't know what to expect. They just want to see a good game.
True. But here's my thing, all right? What's going to sell better, all right? One international competition overseas or consistent competitive play in the NBA? Because ultimately, the NBA is where the money is going to. That's the company that wants to, you say it's a business. Well, they want to make money. Well, when they lose star players because they get injured in stupid things like this, then that hurts the NBA in the long run.
But the NBA doesn't necessarily care. That's what sucks about it.
If LeBron James went down, you don't think the NBA would
you don't
care
see
about
LeBron
that?
James playing in these games. They have their stars, quote unquote, but they're not their A+ stars. They have their A stars. You don't see. But again, I shouldn't say that because Kobe used to always go overseas.
Yeah.
Jordan used to play, but regardless,
Durant has played. Anthony
Durant
has played.
yes. But the thing is with him is the NBA doesn't care because the NBA says. The NBA looks at it like this. They go, you know what? We got the best doctors in the world. These players can afford any medical care they want. They get hurt. All right, rehab. The team will suck for a season. They'll be back. Everybody will forget about it. Whereas if they don't go play and they did what you mentioned and bring the D-League players over and it's a 58 to 56 game and the crowd is bored and everything and guys are turning the ball over left and right and bricking layups, that they're going to be like, well, what the hell is this? This is not what I paid, because again, those people have to pay to buy tickets to those games.
Sure.
This is not what I paid for. I wanted to see big star. I wanted to see. So all of a sudden, that kind of goes. NBA kind of goes. People start to steer away from the NBA a little bit. But you put the Carmelos, you put the KDs, you put the Paul Georges out there. They score 30 points a game. They're dunking like crazy, doing blocks, all sorts of fancy passes. People are excited. People want to buy jerseys. They go online. They research the teams. When they go, oh, well, okay, we're going to plan our next American vacation. I want to go see a game in Atlanta or whatever city they're going to go to. It's so much worldwide clout that the NBA has that the MLB doesn't have. The MLB is only popular in Japan and and the island countries and the America. NFL only just recently started going into London. So, and even that is kind of, they pack the stadium, but it's you're not going over to London seeing people wearing, Tom Brady jerseys. But basketball's always been that worldwide kind of thing. Basketball's always kind of brought the world together a little bit. And, for them to, it's kind of, now it's tradition. Now it's kind of like people expect them to send these guys over there. And the NBA doesn't care. The NBA is looking at this Paul George injury going, he'll rehab, he'll be back. They won't say that, but that's what they're saying. He'll rehab, he'll be back. The Pacers will stink for a year, but.
Let me ask you something. Do you watch the NCAA tournament, March Madness?
Of course, every game.
Do you enjoy it?
It's probably my favorite sporting event
besides
the Super Bowl.
So you're talking about these guys in the D-League and whatnot, bricking layups and missing passes. Listen, these guys could still ball. It doesn't matter. Maybe they're not elite, but, you get to that level, you're a baller.
I'm making a point, but what I'm saying is you're not going to have the same...
It's still entertaining. Even without stars, it's still entertaining.
But you put the D-League guys on the court against the A-star guys who are there now, and it looks like, it looks like a D1 team playing against a bad high school team.
There are no A-stars outside of pretty much most A-stars are from America. There's obviously
of course. I'm not saying they're
exceptions.
from overseas. I'm saying they want to see these American A-stars. They don't want to see their own people. They want to see the American stars.
But they don't know any better. Like you said, they don't know any better. So they just want to go see an entertaining game. They want to see something fun to watch that's good basketball because they know the sport of basketball.
But they also have the internet.
True.
And they also know who Kobe is. They know who KD is.
Sure.
They know this. And I feel like the world would feel as if they were shorted in a way. If you sent over Marcus Smart right now, or you sent over, Aaron Gordon right now, they'd be like, who are these guys? I want to see Kobe. I want to see KD. That's the only reason we do it, because we want the world to go, wow, NBA, big star, because that's what they think these players are. If you send over an Aaron Gordon or, a Sebastian Telfair right now, they're going to be like, well, what is this? I didn't pay for this. That's what the world's going to feel.
To me, I really don't care what the world feels.
Neither do I, but the NBA does. Adam Silver does.
Yeah, I think that he could help build his brand even more by sending the new and upcoming talent. Not only does it give him a chance to play and be very competitive, but now
and if they get hurt, no one cares.
And if they get hurt, nobody cares. But at the same time, people start to learn their name. People know the Napiers and say, "Oh, this guy's good." And they, regardless of who it is, they still look for that team. And I want to see this guy and what team he's on. And then they see other players on that team, and that, like you said, they already pretty much know the stars. They have the internet. They know the stars. So build the younger brand. Get the guys that they don't know about. It's still good basketball. It's still entertaining basketball.
I agree with you. I'm just coming from the NBA's point of view as to why I think they're sending over their bigger stars instead of the younger guys. I mean, I'm coming from the same way you're coming from in that viewpoint, but I'm saying why I think the NBA does it, why they won't send the younger guys. Now, a couple of them, sure.
Right.
As practice players, bench players, guys for relief, whatever, because like you said, there's not that many A stars. But they're not going to have, 5-on-5 of, Sebastian Telfair, Shabazz Napier, Marcus Smart, Aaron Gordon, all these guys that are fresh out of college that everyone goes, huh? Who?
Who's that again? Yeah.
So they want at least a little sprinkle of a James Harden, of a Paul George, of a Carmelo Anthony. And if they get that, that'll draw people in. They'll put up the flyers. They'll put up the internet things. Come see Carmelo Anthony in China or whatever, for the U.S. Olympic Games. And then you sprinkle a little bit of these young guys in there. And then all of a sudden Melo goes out for a water break and Shabazz Napier comes in. And then people go, oh, okay, yeah, he's pretty good. But if you just market names that no one's heard of, no one's going to go. Because no one's going to know who they are. They're going to go, who are these guys? I want to see the big stars. When they send the big stars, I'll go. So I see what you're saying, but they can't send all young guys. It's gotta have some stars.
That's a very valid point. 2 stars not making the team, John Wall and Bradley Beal, both Washington Wizards. So to me, the Wizards are looking pretty good for next year. Speaking about players playing, good segue here. Tiger Woods, the PGA Championship is coming up.
Tiger.
He injured his back in the WGC Bridgestone Invitational.
He's also 40.
He's also 39.
Whatever.
Going on 40.
He's old.
He re-injured his back, which he spent 3 months rehabbing from his surgery. Mm-hmm. And now there's talks that he might not be out of the PGA Championship. In fact, his spot at Valhalla Golf Club is still reserved for him. They have his sign up in front of the parking spot, and Tiger Woods has a spot if he chooses to come. His agent says that it is way too early to count Tiger out. It's Tuesday. We got Wednesday, and the tournament begins Thursday. So I don't know how that's too early, but that's what his agent said.
Because it's Tiger. Tiger can do whatever he wants.
He can, but even if Tiger comes back, and we discussed this yesterday, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but even if he comes back, even if he wins, even if he gets the PGA Championship and gets his, ever elusive 15th major, that's only going to hurt him in the long run because he's probably going to do more damage than good. And so if he wants to try to catch Jack Nicklaus, if he still wants that dream, he's got to just shut it down. Put it down for the rest of the year. No, not even for now, just for the rest of the year. Start up next year. He's not. To me, he came back way too early. 3 months after back surgery, way too early. To decide to play your way back into shape.
And in golf is one of those things where you can be old and be successful.
Look at Phil Mickelson.
Exactly. Be old and be successful. Guys like, for instance, I know I hate to bring up the Cowboys in every segment, but Tony Romo, back injury. He's the starting quarterback. He has 2 back surgeries in the course of a year, but he's expected to be out there and rehab and play right away because he's their starting star quarterback.
Right.
Same thing with Derrick Rose. As soon as he's rehabbed, he's got to be out there. It's in golf, you can be 60 years old and win the Masters,
right? If
you're in good enough shape.
And there's
really no rush for Tiger.
And the other thing about golf is you don't need to play all the time. See, those guys need to play all the time because almost every game matters, especially in football.
True. Oh yeah,
but in golf,
games.
Who cares, man? Don't play only the majors if that's all you want to do.
Yeah, you've got one major every almost half a year. So.
Right. To me. He wanted to play himself back into shape. I think that's stupid because you're an old guy. You need rest is really what you need. You don't see Phil Mickelson playing every tournament every week. That's just too much. It's way too much. Take a week off here and there.
You see these guys like Bubba Watson who came up, Rory McIlroy, the younger guys, winning some of these, getting their names
right, and that's how. Then they take those tournaments off. Once you win those and build a name for yourself, you take them off because you don't need to play them.
Exactly, yes. You make all your money. You get your sponsorships. That's it. Yeah.
He has a private course. I bet he could get himself into shape doing his own thing on his own time. He doesn't need to be in a competition. I know it's a little bit different, but, when you're Tiger Woods, how competitions
Tiger could buy the building we're in now and hire his own people to talk about him all day if he wanted to.
And he could build a golf course in the back of this. And I don't even think
he could just knock this whole thing down and just pay people to just, be Tiger Woods supporters all day long. From like 8:30 in the morning till like 11 at night, just talk Tiger all day.
He could
buy this building, buy the Stratford campus.
He could easily buy this building, make it an 18-floor building, and have a hole on every floor
If
of the
he wanted
building.
to, he could. He's got stupid money.
We'll be right back with our fantasy expert insider, Adam, talking some more football.
He actually going to call today?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
I talked to him earlier, so he should be on. This is the Goralnik Hour. Keep it right here.
It's been 48 years Connecticut School of Broadcasting has helped place thousands of people, just like you, in exciting careers in radio, television, and the new media. At Connecticut School of Broadcasting, our hands-on approach is different. It's designed to have you spend less time in the classroom and more time in the studios. From the first day, you'll work with state-of-the-art equipment. Learn by doing from our team of industry professionals who come from their studios to ours. The best part about it, you'll learn it all in a matter of months, not years. Connecticut School of Broadcasting has a network of 12 campuses from Massachusetts to Miami. Remember, it's never too late to love what you do. So do what I did. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO. Step into the fast-paced world of the broadcast media. Day and evening classes begin soon. Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Get trained and get connected now. Call 1-800-TV-RADIO or log on to gocsb.com.
All Noise Radio. Powered by the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. All Noise Radio is an internet radio station that's fully produced by graduates of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. From modern rock to old school hip hop, country to classical, news, talk, sports, and more. It's the noise you can't ignore. Log on to allnoiseradio.com. Fire up the station. Find out more about your favorite jocks. Get the latest CSB news and more. Plus, you can take All Noise Radio with you on the go for free. Just download the Live 365 app to your iPhone, iPod Touch, or BlackBerry and search All Noise Radio. Check out tomorrow's broadcasters today at allnoiseradio.com. Powered by the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
All right, welcome back to the Goralnik Hour. And as promised, well, we have Chris McSwiggan in studios and a lot of other faces. If you guys want to join on, man, if you know football, hop on by all means. But as promised, we have our fantasy expert insider on the phone, Adam Goralnik. How you doing, Adam?
Hey, Brian. How are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
So we're talking football here. Let's get right into it because we don't have much time. NFC West, we've gone through most of the divisions. We only have two left. The NFC West, we're talking quarterbacks. A lot of young quarterbacks in this division. Adam, tell me right away, who's the best quarterback in this division?
NFC West? Quarterback.
NFC West.
The best quarterback in this particular division is Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. Over last year's Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yes.
Interesting. Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something.
This is my show, but go ahead.
Fine. Did the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl last year because of Russell Wilson, or did the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl last year because of their sick defense?
I like this guy.
I could make a point that they won the Super Bowl because Russell Wilson didn't lose it for them.
Yes, but you can't look at the Seahawks.
Wilson scored 2 touchdowns for that team in the Super Bowl, they would have won the game 14-8.
Yeah, you can't look at the Seahawks and go, "Oh, well, Russell Wilson got them there." They won the Super Bowl for the same reason the Giants won both of their Super Bowls. Defense. They shut down the best offense probably in history. Okay, they had 2 offensive touchdowns all game and 1 kick return. The rest of them were fumble recoveries, interceptions.
Right, but he didn't do anything to harm his team, is what I'm saying.
No, but he's a game manager. That's what he is.
He's a good quarterback, guys. Don't get me wrong. And I would definitely take him in a fantasy league where you've got 10 or 12 teams. By all means, I would definitely take him, and you should plug him in your starting lineup. He gives you rushing yards. He gives you rushing touchdowns. And at the same time, he does throw the ball. But they have a prolific ground attack led by Marshawn Lynch. They have a sick defense. They are the best team in the NFL, but they're the best team in the NFL because of that. They're not the best team in the NFL because of their quarterback. If you look at Colin Kaepernick, the numbers are better. He throws more. He rushes more. He scores more touchdowns rushing. He's got better weapons at wide receiver. I'll take Michael Crabtree. I'll take Anquan Bolden. I'll take Vernon Davis over what they have in Seattle. I think fantasy-wise, if you had to pick between Colin Kaepernick or Russell Wilson, you're going to take Colin Kaepernick.
Sure. Now let me ask you a question here. Sam Bradford for St. Louis, he has not really had the career that St. Louis has hoped for him. What are expectations for him coming into this year?
Well, the expectations for him are very similar to what we talked about yesterday with the expectations, a couple days ago with the expectations of Andy Dalton, and that is that this is the year. This is the year he's got to do it. I know he's had some injury issues the last few years. He's got some decent weapons on wide receiver now. He's got a pretty good tight end in Jared Cook. The fans of St. Louis have given him about 5 years now. The coaching staff, the team, the organization has given him enough time. I believe this is the final year of his huge contract that he signed. He was the last of the NFL players to get those big, ridiculous contracts as rookies before that change went into effect. But this is the year that Sam Bradford's got to do it, and he will have a very short leash. Don't get me wrong. Jeff Fisher will not let him go very long if he is not producing. This Rams team is expected to be better than it was last year. This Rams team is expected to try to compete for a wild card spot. And if Sam Bradford is causing them a reason that they wouldn't get that playoff spot, he will be yanked.
Certainly, and it's tough to do for St. Louis and Sam Bradford because he's playing in the best division in football.
Did you see Tavon Austin last year? All you got to do is throw a wide receiver screen to that guy, and he's 90 yards down the field. So, this is Sam Bradford's got to he's got to have a good season this year, or he's not going to be the starting quarterback of the Rams, and may not even be a starting quarterback in the league anymore.
Don't forget, they also built an offensive line for him too. That's been his big problem. Is he's been injured. He's been injured for years. They finally just are now confident in their O-line. So, but I still don't think they're a playoff team just because San Fran and Seattle are so good. Arizona is also, you can't sleep on them. But I think
they clearly play in the toughest division. That's a very valid point.
Now let's take a look at Arizona real quick. The quarterback Carson Palmer, is he outmatched in this division?
Carson Palmer is that guy that. He's going to put up numbers for you just because that Arizona likes that offensive attack. They like putting the ball in the air. He's got some good weapons at especially Larry Fitzgerald, top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Larry Fitzgerald. The Cardinals last year should have been in the playoffs. I mean, a 10-win team should never miss the playoffs. To be a 10-win team and play in the same division with Seattle and San Francisco is a credit to them. And let's not forget, Seattle only lost one home game all season last year, and that was to the Arizona Cardinals in Seattle. So this Arizona Cardinals team is a good team. They have a great defense. They have Patrick Peterson, who's just newly re-signed. He thinks that he's the best corner in the league. Him and Richard Sherman always going back and forth. So, this Cardinals team, I expect them to compete again, and they are gonna have to win one more game than they did not win last year, which means they're either going to have to beat Seattle one extra time, or they're going to have to beat San Francisco one extra time that they did not do last year, or otherwise they could find themselves in the same position that they were last year out of the playoffs as a 9-10 win team.
Right. My thing with Carson Palmer, though, he's 34 years old. He's only getting older. And he's not the most mobile quarterback. And, a division with such good defenses, he really has to he's got to be good with the arm. And they got to be able to protect him because you got to move in the division or you got to be able to throw it or run it. And they don't really have the best running back. I mean, I don't think Andre Ellington is a stud by any means. So,
well, they're gonna count on this kid Stephon Taylor, who I thought was actually going to be a much bigger contributor a year ago. Than he really was. But if you're looking for a sleeper pick out there in late round drafts for running back, take a look at Stephon Taylor. I think he's going to produce a little more this year than given the opportunity a year ago. But don't forget, this has been the Arizona Cardinals' forte, too. I mean, let's not forget, their most successful run before last year was quarterbacked under Kurt Warner, another older, immobile quarterback. And all Kurt Warner was able to do was to take this team to the Super Bowl, and they were one catch, Santonio Holmes catch away from winning the damn game. So, it worked a few years ago for the Cardinals. They're hoping it's going to work again this time.
Right, that's Adam's sleeper pick. Now, Adam, let's get to your final thought while we still have you on the phone.
Well, I really quickly want to just address David Wilson, and you got to feel sorry for a young man like David Wilson. Comes into the league, plays well his freshman year. Last year, spends most of the year on the IR with spinal issues, and now is being told by doctors after having a head-on collision that he should probably never play the game of football again. But you look at his press conference yesterday, he didn't blame anybody. He didn't tell people he didn't want anybody feeling sorry for him. His quote, I believe, was something along the lines of, most people only get to dream their dreams. I actually got to live my dream. Now I get to go on and find a new dream to live. So I thought it was an amazing press conference. If you don't respect somebody like that, then who do you respect? And obviously we wish David Wilson the best in whatever he does in his future plans.
Certainly, we give him his blessings. Adam, thank you very much for your insight, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you later, Brian.
And that is Adam Goralnik, our fantasy insider. He knows what he's talking about. He knows his stuff.
Adam Goralnik.
Adam Goralnik, yeah. Related.
I was going to say.
Yeah, related.
But put two and two together. It's one of those names. That,
it is.
Okay.
One of those. You don't forget Goralnik. At least I'm hoping.
You don't forget McSwiggan either. But.
Yeah, that's very true, too. No, he does more fantasy sports than I could even imagine. I didn't know one man could play that many fantasy sports. But so he certainly knows his stuff.
One man has a lot of fantasies. You'd be surprised.
That's very true. That is very true. We don't have too much time here, so let's get right into it, into our what to watch for tonight. Some marquee matchups. At 7:05, the Detroit Tigers take on the New York Yankees. That is David Price making his debut for the Tigers, going up against the last man standing for the Yankees, Hiroki Kuroda.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't get injured tonight. Just cross your fingers.
Though, Brandon McCarthy undefeated since he's been in pinstripes. So, but Kuroda's what, 42 years old, something like that.
Second oldest pitcher in baseball. So,
but we'll see.
Hopefully he can hold it on there. The Mets visit Washington against the Nationals. Yeah. The Nationals are in a competition here. You know, they're fighting for their division.
Nats could win that thing.
That's what I'm talking. You know, they should win that thing. But hey, that's at 7:05. A big AL East matchup. Baltimore goes to the second place team, Toronto, the Blue Jays. And that is Norris versus Gurley.
Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays. I'm saying the same thing, yeah.
Because that helps the Yankees if they can beat Detroit. So
Certainly.
Go Blue Jays.
Although it doesn't, it's kind of like a counter help type thing. You know, like it helps them.
It helps them because right now they're 5 games behind Baltimore, but they're only 2 games behind Toronto, so they can gain some ground. It's mathematical stuff you don't want to listen.
Really, what it comes down to is
I hate math.
The Yankees have to win. That's what it comes down to. Some other games, the Red Sox taking on the Cardinals. Not really important there, but you know the Cardinals 59-51. They got to start putting together some wins as well. Obviously, the trades that they made at the deadline are trying to do that. At 10:05, the Rays visit Oakland. They had a great one last night. Should be another good one tonight, and that's 10:05. Jason Hamill's on the mound. Should be a real good matchup there. The Braves at 10:10 visit Seattle, and the Braves need to win this one if they want a chance to make the playoffs. Wood versus, unfortunately, King Felix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't sleep on Seattle.
Dude, King Felix, 11-3 with a 2.01 ERA. Just filthy. Speaking about filthy, it is a battle of the L.A. Juggernauts. Oh, you're filthy?
Yeah. Anyway.
A battle of the L.A. Juggernauts. The Angels, the Dodgers. Angels got the better of Greinke last night.
Angels the better team, that's why.
Well, they're going up against Kershaw, so they'll be able to prove it tonight if that's the case. Kershaw, 13-2 with a 1.71 ERA. Fantastic stuff. And that's all the time we have for on the Goralnik Hour. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.
I probably won't. See you.
He won't. Chris is out.